Hey Ravens, and welcome to episode 29 of my Path of Exile weekly adventures. What have I been doing in Path of Exile for the last week? Well, unlike other episodes, this one is going to be quite short because I've been concentrating on HC SSF and Crucible League. So let's go and have a look at HC SSF. Here it is. So the idea of this was my challenge to get to level 90 and all 4 Ascendancy Labs in HC SSF. I didn't do it in a league setting, but because I knew I wouldn't be able to do it in the 3 months of the league, or 4 months. So I've done it in HC SSF Standard, and we are done. There's level 90, and there's all 4 Ascendancy points all done. I did put out quite a big video on this on my YouTube channel a few days ago, so you may have seen that, but this took up most of the time because once I hit level 85 it became quite real. Once I got to 88 anxiety set in and I was just going very slowly in high tier 9 and 10 yellow maps, and occasionally I think I did one tier 11 just to start the red missions flowing in. But yeah, I'm done. I doubt I will play this character again because it's my first level 90 in any hardcore setting, so it's going to be there as a monument. I may email GGG at some point to change its name, and I may revisit HC SSF once we get into 3.22 after Exile Con and maybe do another character. But for now, HC SSF is done, and this won't feature in any of my other weekly episodes going forward. So let's take a quick dive into Standard. What have I been doing in Standard? I built 2 new characters. One you have seen, which is the Champion Corrupting Fever character for doing all my Blight maps and Blight Ravage maps. It works really well. So I spent a ton of my currency in Standard putting this all together, buying all the gear, making some gear, buying some gems and stuff and putting it all together, and then leveled it from 1 to 89 and 76%. So I'll get that to 90 over the next week, and then yeah, probably I want to get it to 95, so I may do some grinding on this at some point to get it those last 6 levels, and then really hit the stash of Blight maps I've got. I'll probably start doing these once I hit the Blight maps, once I start hitting 90, and then once I get to 95 I'll do all of my stacked up Blight Ravage maps. I'll of course record some of those. I may even just do it live on stream, but that's a decision for another day. Outside of that, I spent remaining money on my wannabe Tornado Shot MF character. I didn't spend that much, just the minimum amount to get it working. So at the moment it's a lightning arrow build rather than a tornado shot. Some of the items I've used from my own stash, like this Legacy Divination Distillate, Legacy Cinder Swallow Urn, and Legacy Dying Sun, and Legacy Quicksilver Flask. Some of the gear I also had to buy. I had to buy the amulet without the anoint, had to buy this helm, and I had to buy the quiver. I did try and buy the relevant eye level quivers and corrupted about 10 or 12 of them. Didn't hit the bow attacks for an additional arrow, so yeah, we've had to buy that. I had a spare Wind Ripper in my stash. I had these Sedemas in my stash. This I think I brought. I can't remember if I had these or not, I don't know. This I had to buy because I didn't have one. So my problem with this build is not the mechanics of it, is the fact that even with the Divination Distillate active and the plus 50% elemental resistances, I am still not lightning resist cap. Now I know MF builds tend to be glass cannon, but I prefer mine to be not too much glass cannon. What I want to do is get some better venters and then prismatic catalyst them, so I'm at least normal res capped. I'm not going to worry about the chaos resist, that will come later. I do need a new Cluster Jewel, this one only has 2 notables on it, so I want 3, and ideally with some chaos rares as well, like 4 chaos rares per node. And the same for this one. So I want this, but with chaos rares on it as well. And then just trying to get these rolled correctly, because they're currently not, although I might keep that one as is because of the chaos res. And then this has got chaos res on there, and this has got some chaos res on there plus intellect, and try and find a better way of dealing with my attributes. I do need another one of these split personalities, but they are quite expensive. So I can drop these 2 nodes, which is currently hampering my build because I don't have this life node. I've also done some repathing to get more attributes from the one split personality I do have. So I'm currently over more points because you're supposed to take this 1 point down here and then come up to this life, which is only 2 points. I've had to take 1, 2, 3, 4 extra, and then these 2 here, so I'm actually down 6 passive points because I can't buy another split personality. So I need to do some grinding and buy this split personality, and then re-roll this cluster here until I get what I want, and at that point I should be able to redo my tree, and then I'll be able to really start MFing and having some fun, because I really did enjoy it. So that's all I've been doing in standard. I've not got anything new in my tab here to show off because I just really haven't been playing much, and what I have been playing is on the RF jug in Heist. So let's just quickly log on to that one. There we go. And all I've been doing on this one is working through the mass amounts of deception and lockpicking contracts I have. I've only got these 5 and these 2 here, so that's 7 of those left. Then I'll do the twins, and then I will spend the remaining rogue markers on as many of these blueprints as I've done. And then I'm going to take a break from running Heist. I've been running Heist ever since it came out. Up until the last couple of leagues, it was 90% of my PoE playtime. And honestly, I'm a little bit burnt out of it. So time to take a little bit of break, concentrate on other mechanics, and go from there really. So what I'm mainly going to be concentrating on now is getting this character to level 100. That's going to be my main focus from now on. So I'm only at 31%, so I've got 69% to go to get up to level 100. This will be my first level 100 ever, and I'm doing it solo farm. So no 5-way farming or anything like this. This character has been completely leveled by itself from level 1 all the way up. It's taken me a fair number of leagues to do it, but there we go. So that's the plan. Let's just dive into Crucible quickly. My Crucible journey has ended. You'll probably, long-term followers and subscribers of my channel and content will know that I haven't really put a lot of faith in league content for the last 3 or 4 leagues, and the main reason for this is early red maps. I don't like the way we have to do our maps from T11 to 13. I think having to corrupt that group of maps is horrible. White maps I love, yellow maps absolutely fun, I have a great time. Tier 14 to 16 is amazing. Getting the watchstones is a pain for me because I have to buy my carries because of the way GGG designs their bosses, and because of the way my medical conditions affect me, particularly with Eater of the Worlds. With Eater of the Worlds, I see the arena and everything is green. The boss is green, all the abilities are green, all of the ground effects are green. I cannot kill Eater of Worlds, not even the quest version that you get to get the Void Stone, so I have to pay. Or I go into one of my favourite Twitch streamers and ask very nicely, and sometimes I'm lucky enough and there'll be someone there that'll do it for me for free, but most of the times I have to pay. That's usually between 50 and 100 chaos for the quest version. Same for the Voidstone quest version of Searing Exarch, and then to get the other two, basically I need 10 divines just to get my 4 Voidstones. And as you see, I've got 3 divines. I got very lucky and had a 2 divine drop from a strongbox, and I had 1.5 divines from the sale of an uncorrupted Lionized Jewel. That's the only reason I've got 3 divines. Most of the gear on my character has cost about 200C, I think, somewhere around there. I did some of my own crafting, so maybe I brought the base and then used whatever I had to roll it. I don't really enjoy league content, and the last few leagues that GGG have put out, the first couple of weeks have been absolutely horrible, with a ton of fixes and hot fixes and patches, which makes the league content they actually do pretty pointless. So going forward, if I do play league content, it'll be within the confines of BPL. I do love being involved in BPL. It is such a shame that Diablo 4 decided to have their server slam on the same weekend that BPL is always. Having watched the Faded Connections podcast featuring some of the BPL staff, if you go and watch that, you'll understand why I now hate D4 for that server slam weekend rather than the other way around. So it's the first BPL I've actually never taken part in, and I miss it. I did enjoy server slam for D4, and I'm really looking forward to that coming out, so that's going to be really good on the 6th of June. So I'm not likely to do league content anymore, just simply because of the way GGG have done their bosses and the way that T11 to 13 maps are done. I don't have the answers, but corrupting those maps, I just think is... The reason I say that is because I don't have a lot... I can't spend this. This is the only currency I have, and I use this to roll maps. This is only the alchemies I have, and I use this to roll maps. So I need to keep these to get my maps done. I need to keep these to get my maps done. And then you are lucky enough to get a map. I got a tier 12 map, my only tier 12 map. I was ecstatically happy that one finally dropped. I was going to go and do, I think it was Searing Exarch first. So I rolled it, I corrupted it, and ended up with this pile of junk. Oh, sorry, it was a tier 11. It was a tier 11 because it corrupted into a different map, one tier higher. The reason I was ecstatic happily is because it came with the 3 additional harbingers, so I was hoping to make some currency out of that. And then that's what it rolled. So I'm an armor based character, 30% less of my entire defenses gone. And Fizz Reflect, I'm an entire Fizz based character. I can't sell this, nobody wants this type of map, so it's completely wasted. I spent 3 or 4 chaos rolling it, obviously the alchemy orb as well, plus the chisels, and then the Val orb. So for me, that was a lot of currency at the time, and it's completely wasted. And this is what I hate about this game, is you do all this effort, you get all this far, and then this happens. So yeah, I'm done. When I do BPL, I'll ask for help. I can probably give this map to someone in the team who may be able to let me in the map so they can complete it for me, so I can get the Atlas completion. Or maybe I just give it to them in for one that they can't run. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But that's the end of my Crucible League content. I didn't like Crucible mechanic. I agree with the most common thing with Crucible. It sucks. You might get a one good mod on an item, and then it's pure luck and RNG if you get something out of it. There may be a recipe out there that the upper crafters know about that they can guarantee the mods on, but yeah, I'm not interested in that. It takes too much time. So I'm going back to standard. I'm going to focus on getting that Inquisitor up to level 100, and yeah, that's it. Hope you enjoyed this very short weekly episode. There's not much to show, unfortunately. The next one hopefully will be better. I'll have a lot more to show because I'll be grinding away in standard, getting those divination cards for my golden border challenge, getting some more gems up for my glittering challenge, and maybe even find a new unique for my all for one challenge in standard. That's all I've got for you this week. I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay healthy, stay positive, Have a great weekend. I'll see you all next time.